Doesn't it feel like the future is racing towards us faster than we can catch our breath? Like every time you blink, something new, some breakthrough, is writing the rules of the world we thought we knew? Hello everyone, I go by Rick Cooks, and I hope you're all doing very well today. I honestly believe we're living through one of those rare points in history where everything is being rewritten, and we're either going to adapt and thrive, or we're going to fall behind. This isn't just about technology, it's about how we live, how we work, how we connect with each other, and at the center of it all, there is AI. The world already feels unstable, the economy is shaky, politics are messy, the climate's unpredictable. But here's the difference. Change isn't slow anymore. What used to take centuries, then decades, now happens in years, sometimes even months. And the biggest driver of that acceleration, even when we don't see it, it's artificial intelligence. We've all seen the headlines. AI writing essays, generating art, coding websites, even passing exams that once required years of study. Just a few years ago this felt like science fiction. Today, it's in our pockets. Tomorrow, it might be in every decision that shapes our lives. It almost feels like we're watching Skynet unfold in real time. Except it's not a movie, it's real. And unlike the movies, there's no dramatic moment where someone announces, the machines are here. It just seeps into every corner of life quietly, until suddenly, the world feels unrecognizable. And I'm using this very specific reference that a lot of you might not even know, even though that is something so recent and so relevant from a very wonderful movie, that it shouldn't be something that's alien to any of us. Especially because it's something that might become a reality in the years that will follow. So let's try to break this down simply. AI is moving faster than anything we've ever seen. ChatGPT went from niche to mainstream in less than a year. Entire industries are being reshaped overnight. The opportunities are here, and they are huge. AI acts like a force multiplier. One person can now do the work of 10. New careers are being born by the minute. AI ethics, prompt engineering, AI-driven creativity are things that in the past could almost seem like conceptual, but nowadays are very much a reality. Entrepreneurs can now build businesses with a little more than a laptop and an internet connection. But the risks are just as big. Jobs that are repetitive or predictable are already being replaced. The companies controlling AI hold massive power, deciding what we see, what's possible, and what gets hidden. And the scariest part, we don't know what we don't know. A lot of the biggest breakthroughs won't be public at first. Governments, militaries, and corporations will hold things back, which means ordinary people like us will always be in the dark about just how far ahead AI really is. Think about that. We might already be living behind the curve, with the most powerful systems hidden from public view. By the time we see them, society might already feel completely different. That's the uncertainty, that's the storm we're walking into. So what does this mean for us, the younger generation? It means stability is gone. The old order of stable jobs, predictable careers, and solo change, that's collapsing. We can't wait around for leaders and old rules to save us. Let's be real. Most world leaders today are gerontocrats, people clinging onto power far beyond their time. They don't even fully understand the scope of the world we're stepping into. Yet, they still make huge decisions about it, sometimes out of fear, pride, or just to protect their legacy, and that's dangerous. Even in the financial markets, we're seeing the hype, the euphoria. The tech and AI stock bubble might eventually pop. I'm not here to say stay in or out of the markets. That's up to you. But I will say this, trust your gut, don't get greedy, and remember that hype cycles always crash. The real long-term investment is in yourself. Stop asking, what job will I get? Start asking, what value can I create? Because here's the hard truth. Those who don't try to at least understand AI will be left behind. You don't have to be a coder or a researcher, but ignoring AI is like ignoring the internet in 1999. In just a few years, the world might look unrecognizable. If you're not adapting, you'll feel like a foreigner in your own time. And this is where JFK's words hit home for me. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. That mindset applies here too. Don't wait for schools, governments, or companies to hand you stability. Flip the question. What can I do to prepare myself? What can I build? What value can I bring to this new world? So yes, the world is shifting. And yes, AI might make life unrecognizable within a decade. But that's not something to fear, it's something to prepare for. If we stay adaptable, curious, and bold, we won't just survive this change, we'll shape it. For me, leaving Portugal was my leap. It meant leaving behind comfort, friends, family, everything I knew. But I did it because I wanted growth, freedom, and a shot at something bigger. That's the same mindset we need with AI in the future. We can't cling to the past, we have to leap, learn, and keep moving forward. So here's my question to you. Do you see AI as more of an opportunity or a threat? And how are you preparing for the change that's coming? One thing's for sure. The world is changing faster than ever, and the only way through it is together. I really believe that as a generation, we can't just sit back and let AI, governments, or corporations dictate the rules of the future. If we do, we'll wake up one day and realize the rules were written without us. But here's the thing, we're not powerless. This is already happening. But for the first time in history, regular people, communities like this one, can actually come together, share knowledge, and influence the direction of society. We can create the guidelines for how AI should be used, how opportunities should be distributed, and how the next generation should be educated. Think about it. Our parents and grandparents didn't have the internet in their pocket. They couldn't connect instantly with people across the world who shared the same vision. But we can. That means that if we want a better future, if we want fairness, transparency, and opportunity, it's up to us to start building that conversation. And yes, that's a huge responsibility. It's scary, because if we mess it up, if we stay silent, the guidelines will be written by those who already hold power. The big tech companies, the political elites, the ones who benefit the most from keeping things exactly the way they are. But if we speak up, if we learn, if we experiment, if we collaborate, we can shape the culture that defines the next 20, 30, or even 50 years. Now, I'm not saying we all need to become activists or politicians. That's not realistic. What I'm saying is, you, me, all of us, we have a role to play, even if it feels small. It could be as simple as learning how AI tools work and sharing that knowledge with friends. It could be using AI in your career to do more with less and showing others what's possible. It could be building small communities, discords, online groups, local meetups, where we openly talk about these challenges and opportunities instead of ignoring them. Because ignoring them is the fastest way to be left behind. I mean, let's be honest. The people who didn't adapt to the internet early on, or who dismissed social media when it first came out, they're struggling now to catch up. AI is moving 10 times faster than that, and the divide between people who get it and people who don't is only going to widen. But what if we didn't let that divide happen? What if we used this moment to raise the level of financial education, technological awareness, and creative thinking across our generation? Imagine how powerful that would be. And look, it won't be perfect. Mistakes will be made. Some people will use AI to spread lies, cheat systems, or chase greed. That's inevitable. But as a community, we can set standards for what's acceptable, what's ethical, and what's beneficial. We can be the generation that says, AI doesn't replace us, it empowers us. It doesn't strip away meaning, it frees us to focus on what really matters: creativity, relationships, and solving real problems. The scary part is the unknown. Like I said earlier, some of the biggest breakthroughs in AI won't be public right away. Military programs, secret labs, private companies, they'll keep things under wraps. So by the time we hear about it, it might already be transforming the world in ways we can't control. That's why communities matter so much, because while we may not know everything happening behind the curtain, we can still prepare ourselves mentally and practically. We can still share strategies, ideas, and lessons, so we're not caught completely off guard. And this is where trust comes in. Trust in yourself. Not to be greedy, not to fall for the hype, but to make decisions based on patience and principle, and trust in each other, to learn together, to fail together, and to grow together. At the end of the day, it's not governments or companies that define the human story. It's people, communities, generations. So yeah, AI might make the world unrecognizable in just a few years, but that doesn't mean it has to be worst. It just means we have to be intentional about the world we're building. And maybe, just maybe, if we commit to that, if we refuse to sit on the sidelines, if we treat each other like collaborators instead of competitors, we'll look back one day and realize this wasn't the end of something, it was the beginning of a future we actually had a hand in creating. Thank you so much for listening to me. I go by Rick Cooks, and I hope you have a wonderful day.